chatting. I'll give everybody a minute to kind of come on in and relax. How's everybody doing? Okay?
Awesome.
Are you guys tired?
No.
Last class of the day. You're not hungry because that lunch was banging, right?
Yes, sir.
Give me a loud Kia if you like lunch.
Yeah.
Well, that was weak. Come on. All right, okay. Before we get started, I need everybody to close their laptops. Every single person in this room has to close their laptop. If you want to be on a laptop, it's okay, you can go outside. That's all right, but you have to close it to be in here for last class. Very important. And cell phones, you got to put cell phones away, you got to turn them off. Okay, you paid a lot of money, you flew down here, or you drove down here, you took time off work, whatever you did, you got here, so you better pay attention. Because I'm notorious for picking on people who don't pay attention. Just like in class. I see people in the front row right now, not even paying any attention. There's 2 laptops open, they're going to get confiscated. You won't get them back. I need a new laptop, actually, so that's good. Okay? All you need is a pen and a piece of paper, that's it. And if you're sitting way at the back, I really do implore you to come sit forward. There's all these empty seats. Don't sit so far back, because you're going to go home, you'll be pissed off. There were some people who are leaving this class, they're all excited, and you didn't pay attention, and you missed all the information. Okay, so I'm telling you, I think you should come on forward. Okay? So I'm going to introduce myself real quick. My name is Sean. I'm from North Vancouver, BC. I run a school out there. A couple hundred students. We have adults and kids, and good, bad, ugly, the whole thing. Okay? They call me the shark because, you know, I get really hungry when I see leads or new students, and I want to like sink my teeth into them, and I see blood, I see red, I go crazy. So that's kind of where that name comes from. Okay? So when I speak, a lot of it comes that way. I don't mean to offend anybody, so I apologize in advance. I shoot from the hip. I say some crazy shit sometimes, so sorry, see what I'm saying? So like, don't be offended, okay? I give it straight, I like it straight, so that's just how it is, okay? So, you know, I'm really excited to be here to talk to you guys today about something that's really cool. You know, I'm a little conflicted because I only have 45 minutes. I know you guys are getting tired. You've been here all day. Your head is full. Retention is at an all-time low at the end of the day in the first day. It's sunny outside. You guys want to be outside. You want to go get a drink. Trust me, I'm right there with you, okay? So I'm trying to get across 1 point. That's it today. Just 1 point. Not a million things. Just one. So if you can take from this class just 1 point, then I've done my job, okay? Because I know if I try to feed you with a whole bunch of stuff, you're going to tune right out. And that's why I got you guys to close your laptops and everything else, okay? And that 1 point I'm trying to make is, you know, looking at your business, and more particularly your marketing, as a game. Hence the name, the marketing game. As a game, right? A game. So what is a game? Somebody tell me what a game is. Competition, okay. Halo, perfect. Okay, what else? What are attributes of a game? I heard fun, yes. I heard rules, what else? Win, points. Practice, okay. Yeah, those are all the things I'm looking for. It's fun, for sure, right? You know you're playing a game. You definitely want to win. And if you lose, what do? Cry? Start over? Yes, you play again. But do you go out and play the same way you played last time? No. Hell no. There's no way, right? So today I want to see looking at your marketing as a game and paying attention to how to read it so that you can learn the next time you play, you get better. That's the whole point, okay? So to do that, let's play a game real quick. You guys want to play a game with me?
Yeah.
Everybody know Sensei Says?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that long face. I don't want to play this stupid game. Okay, Sensei Says stand up. That means everybody's got to stand up. Oh. Okay, Sensei Says clap your hands. Stop clapping. Oh, losers everywhere, right? Okay, Sensei Says shake hands with the person next to you and introduce yourself. Sensei Says shake hands with the person on the other side, introduce yourself.
Thomas. Mike.
Sensei Says put your hands on your head. Put your hands down. Sensei Says put your hands down. Sensei Says shake it out. Sensei Says put on the music. Oh, Sensei Says dance. You guys are supposed to dance, not me. All right, cut. That's cool. Okay, Sensei Says sit down. So I hope everybody stood up there. That's good, okay? All right, so when you go to Sensei next classes, he's teaching you what? social media, I gotta make this thing work, okay, which is kind of the how to market, right? You know, what am I doing to get new students? Okay, I'm not telling you anything right now to get new students. All I'm gonna do is tell you to look at what you're doing and why you're doing it. Okay, so it's a little bit different, okay? And Perfect Mind is ridiculous in terms of allowing you to learn about yourself and the entire game, okay? So that's kind of the overall point that I want you guys to understand. I'm not gonna tell you, okay, the best marketing thing to go and do tomorrow that you're gonna get 100 students. That's not what you're learning today. But whatever you're doing now, again, you're gonna understand it and you'll be able to pay attention and actually learn and see what you're doing, okay? So the best way that I can illustrate that is hit home with you guys, is marketing is like fighting, right? What do I mean fighting? Fighting in the street? No. More like sparring. Okay, so put your hands together if you've ever sparred before. Okay. And if you ever wanted sparring, put them together really loud. Okay, good. Well, I would hope so, and if you didn't, then you're lying, because I think everybody in here runs a school, so they must be good at something they're doing, right? Okay, so marketing is like fighting. What do I mean by that? Okay, so even more specifically, like sparring. Okay, you have fun. So I'm going to need a volunteer, actually. Someone to come on up stage, help me out. Okay, someone who's, you know, we're going to have a little bit of fun, so don't be too tense if you're coming up here. You want to come on up? Okay, Johnny, come on up. Put your hands together for Sensei. Come on up. Uh-oh, you might want to come down here, actually. Let's go down here. There's not enough room for both of us on this stage. So Sensei, Johnny Guerrero, where are you from?
New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Jersey.
Fist bump for Jersey, fist bump for Jersey.
Taking over little by little.
Okay, so real quick, so let's say we're in a sparring match, okay? And again, we're just gonna have some fun, we're not touching each other at all. Okay, so let's go to our fighting stance, we're getting ready to square off. Well, he's jiu-jitsu, so a little different, right? So you can't take me down, okay? So, what do you guys do? Again, it's like a game, right? I'm not gonna sit here and just go crazy. Oh, see, look, even when I did that, he backed up. So immediately I'm learning. So I'm in my stance, and I'm like, fake, oh, look, he ducked. Okay, so now this time I jab, what's he do? He ducks again, but I see he's ducking that way. So now if I jab, I'm gonna follow up with a hook. Oh, I learned something about him. Or do I just keep jabbing like this and he keeps blocking? So what happens if I jab and he steps to the side and punches me in the face? Bang. Is that good? So think about this as your marketing, right? So I do it again, and he punches me in the face again. How many people do the same thing over and over for marketing, and they keep getting punched in the face? How many times? A lot. Lots, right? So now I might throw a leg kick. Well, what's he do? He blocks. And he blocks again. So I might try to come through and sweep his back leg this time. Right? It's okay, it's a game. He blocked the first time, but that doesn't mean it's over. I have to adjust what I want to do. Okay, give your hands up for Sensei Johnny. Right, so that's kind of the whole point. So fighting, me, I'm marketing. Okay, everything I throw out is what? It's a technique when I'm fighting. Jab, cross, punch, uppercut, hook, right? Those are called techniques. So if I'm marketing and my techniques are called what? Campaigns. You guys all know what a campaign is? Yes. Who doesn't know what a campaign is? Put your hand up big and tall, it's okay. More importantly, who knows what a campaign is? Put your hand up. Oh, so lots of people didn't put their hand up. Okay, and that's okay. All right, that's okay. So I'll illustrate what a campaign is real quick. Simple definition, a specific marketing initiative which can be measured. Okay, what do I mean? That's something I'm doing for marketing. Again, what you would learn with Sensei Nick, social media is an example of a campaign, right? Where I can tell, you know, who my target market is, how much does it cost, does it have a clear start and end date, or is it an ongoing campaign? What's an ongoing campaign? Maybe your fixture outside your school that doesn't move. That's an ongoing campaign, okay? But that's a sign, right? And it has objectives, okay? So we'll keep rolling. So campaign types, and this might be able to put it a little bit more straightforward for you guys, okay? Print, direct mail. What's a direct mail campaign? You know, it's when you can go down to the post office, it's unregistered mail. It could just be 6 weeks for $99 at X and Y Karate. And you send it out to 2,000 people. That's a campaign. Okay, that's a direct mail campaign. Okay? So are you just doing that and then just hoping that somebody comes in? And how do you even know if that works? How do you know if the $550 you spent to mail it out and the $400 that it cost to print worked?
You asked.
Okay, who do you ask?
How did you hear about it?
Great, I got one student. Did it work?
No.
Yes. Not very well.
Not enough info to tell, okay? That's not enough info to tell, okay? So let's keep going. Email's another campaign. Websites, what your flash banner might say on your website, or what's your landing page on your website. Is it the same thing over and over and over and over again? That's a campaign, right? Radio, pretty expensive. Same thing with television. Telemarketing, that's just blank calling. You can pick up the phone book and start calling people. You know, some people are crazy hustlers, and that's what they do, right? Does anybody here do that? You guys call out of the phone book? You lie. No way. It's the Champions Way crew put their hands up, right? Seminars, community service, you see the list. Partners, referrals. See, now referrals is a very big, broad spectrum, right? So can someone give me an example? Is referrals a campaign? Yes. I'd say no. You have a referral campaign. What's a referral campaign? A buddy week. Share the art week. Trick-or-treat passes or something like that you're giving to your friends. Kick-or-treat passes. That's a referral campaign. It has to do with referrals, but you had a specific campaign. So here's the thing. At the end of the month, when you're looking at your reports, you see how many leads you have. Okay? Let's say you got easy numbers, okay? 100 leads. And I got 50 referral leads. Where do those come from? Word of mouth is a campaign. That's an ongoing campaign, word of mouth, okay? But if those 50 leads came from my buddy week, or 45 of them, am I going to want to do my buddy week again? Hell yeah. But what if they didn't come from buddy week, and it came from one parent who was like ridiculous and just like told her all her classes or her girl guys to come down? You're thinking your buddy week did the job, but your buddy week didn't do the job. So now you're doing your buddy week again, and you're pissing off all your students because you keep asking them to bring their friends. Right? Not only that, their class is altered and they're doing like the most ridiculous games ever and they don't get a chance to train because they have white belts beside like black belts. Right? But you think Buddy Week worked. Buddy Week was a success. We got 50 referrals last month. Wrong. Right? Now, with Perfect Mind, that I don't believe Mass has, I don't remember at all with Mass, but Perfect Mind, now you have the opportunity to put all these campaigns into the software and have it spit out like the best report you've ever seen in your life, so you can really understand it. Okay, so why do we track a campaign? My shark analogy, how can you stop your bleeding if you don't know where you're cut? Right? I'm spending all this money doing whatever, and I have no idea, I'm not looking at anything I do for marketing, I just do marketing. I spend 20 hours a week on social media. And my school is still going. But how do I know it's social media that's making it work? Are you 100% positive that every time someone comes in your school, ask yourself this question right now, whether you're not there, or even if you're there, that they ask either the phone call, the walk-in, the lead, how they found out about your school? Do you guys do that every single time? Put your hand up if it's yes. Good. With Perfect Mind, you can make the source field mandatory now, so you can't save unless that source field is filled out. Okay? As your staff gets bigger, this gets harder and harder to monitor. Okay? For example, I looked and I saw we had half our leads a while ago, were signed. I'm telling you, like, that's how many people are walking by and coming in. I found that fishy, because our sign is old as hell and needs to get repainted right now. So I didn't understand. So I went and talked to all my front desk people, my program director, my instructors, whoever's entering it. Turns out, they didn't really know, they were grouping a whole bunch of people who weren't signed into the signed category. So now I spent all this money on SEO, I'm reading SEO textbooks in my spare time, and SMO, and I'm talking to Sensei Nick, and I'm like, man, that's just not working. But my front desk person is putting the wrong stuff into the computer, so it's not telling me that it's actually working. So when I found out, turns out the money that I spent on marketing was working. So I can put more time and energy into that. So that's part of the whole thing, right? Is being able to analyze and look at your campaigns. Right now, ask yourself what your top 5 campaigns are that you're running right now. And if you're thinking, I don't have any campaigns that I know of, and I see some faces, right? It's okay. Been there. then you need to start looking at it. What campaigns are you running this week? What campaign is going on right now while you're gone? 0? Should never be 0. Never be 0. I know a lot of you do all this on your own time, right? But now you can start setting it up, and you can look into the future of what campaigns I need to start and run. Not only that, you can give permission to one of your staff members. This could be an easy campaign. Let's say it's a buddy week or a share the art week or buddy day. That can be set up in the future, and it automatically generates a task or a reminder for your staff member to start it. You don't even have to worry about it. Because that's what the software can do now, right? So even then, it's knowing what a campaign is, number one, and making sure that you're constantly doing them. After you're constantly doing them, we have to start to look at them. I know how to jab. I learned how to jab in a white belt, right? Learn how to jab. After time, you learn how to jab better. Halfway through, you start to spar and jab and just get used to jabbing. And then once you get closer and closer, then you start to learn how to read your jab and use it effectively, right? Or does that all happen on the first day that you go into the school? That doesn't happen. It takes time. It's the same thing with a campaign, okay? So we have the first couple steps. So what will analyzing my campaigns tell me? How they worked or did it work, okay? Where we should or shouldn't spend our money. Do you guys know how much money you spend on marketing every month? I kind of jumped ahead. We'll come back to that. You'll have to marinate on that for a little bit. And where are all our students coming from? I hear people tell me, oh, I had a great month last month. I had 30 students. Okay, great. Where did they come from? Because if you knew where they come from, wouldn't you get up right now, leave right now, run out the door, and do exactly what that was again this month? Or are you just happy that you got 30 students? Don't lie. You guys are happy that you got 30 students last month. I don't care where they came from. I'm just happy you got students, right? I am. But now I have more time to really understand, sit down and look and be like, okay, this is where I got it. Hey, let's do that again. That worked. When I faked, he dropped his hands, and then I kicked him. I scored points. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to do it again and again and again and again until he starts to pick up on it. Then I'm going to go try something else. Right? So by analyzing Perfect Mind reports, we can figure out exactly where we were going wrong and fix it. So what do I mean by that? For all our campaigns, Perfect Mind can spit out a report for you to read. And we're going to get into the reports in a minute, okay? But I just want you guys to kind of understand a little bit about what I mean by campaigns. You guys are kind of understanding with what a campaign is now? Yes? Perfect. Opportunity. What's an opportunity? Who knows what opportunity is? Speak up.
It's a chance.
Who said that? Okay, it's a chance.
Chance for income.
Chance for income.
Chance for students.
Does anybody in here use opportunities right now? Okay, awesome, great. So you guys are actually entering opportunities into Perfect Mind?
Yeah.
Right on. What kind of opportunities?
Renewals for people who need to come up and be renewed again.
Yep.
And new students.
Awesome.
Tracking for the first intro, second intro, and then when they're coming to sign up.
Beautiful. Give a round of applause. That's impressive. Very good. I'm pretty sure there's nobody else in the industry besides Perfect Mind that actually offers you to know what opportunity is. And opportunities is the best thing ever. Okay, it's the best thing ever. Okay, what is it exactly? It's anytime your school has a chance to earn revenue. That's an opportunity. So you know right now at the end of the month, what are you asking each other? You're saying, how many intros did we get last week? So you might ask your program director, how many intros did we get this week? How many intro ones? How many intro twos? Right? Or how many 6 weeks did we sell? Those are all opportunities. The 6 week is not an extension to me. That does not get counted as an extension to me because that is an opportunity right now to convince them on that's like a 6 week intro is what a 6 week really is, right? So if you got 26 weeks last month, you didn't get 20 new students. Not in my eyes. Not until they've committed to either to a term. What's a term? 12, 24, 36 months. That's an extension. That's a new student. 6 weeks, at the end of 6 weeks, they say, forget it, I'm gone. Okay? So for opportunities, a couple are here. You got new students, you got renewals, upgrades, sparring package sale, summer camp, school seminar, equipment, t-shirt, etc., 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 etc. Okay? So now at the end of the day, I just look at one report more specifically, and that's how many opportunities did my school create? What campaign did I run? And how many opportunities did that campaign produce? Bang, 100 campaigns, 100 opportunities. And then what am I going to look at after my opportunities is how many students did that generate? So what campaign did I run? how many opportunities were generated from it, and from that many opportunities, how many students I got. So I can tell, I ran the campaign, and it's cost me $5,000. Sorry, that's $500, okay? And I got 30 opportunities, and no students. Where's the problem? Follow-up, definitely, right? I would definitely think follow-up. Either one or two things. The leads aren't very good, so whatever it was a misinformed campaign, which I'd look at. What if it wasn't? Then my program director is getting a big kick in the butt. Maybe we waited a whole week to call these people after the fair that we did on the weekend. I would wait all week long, and then I called the next week, and now nobody came in. So now you know. But how are you going to know that? You might sit there and be like, yeah, we did an awesome demo after the parade was awesome. We had so many people come up to us and tell us how awesome the parade was, and the demonstration was crazy, right? And then we had all these people come up to the booth. Yeah, it was very successful. Okay, so how many opportunities do you get for a sale? I generated how many leads? Who knows? You have to look. It's going to tell you that, okay? So let's move on. Reports, okay? So this is kind of the big thing on how you can understand all this. So what do I mean by that? How can you tell how many leads you got, how many opportunities you got, how many students you signed up, how many didn't sign up, whatever, it's from your reporting. Is everybody's using reporting? Put your hands up if you're using reporting. So there's some people that don't use reports? Yes? Okay. Gotta use reports. Marketing report. Are you guys looking at a marketing report? Is there anybody in here that's still using Mass? Still using Mass a little bit? Okay. Mass has a marketing report. It's only one report. It's only one, but it's still actually great. It will tell you all the campaigns that you've run, which are all your lead sources, and it goes by month across the top. It will say lead students, lead students, lead students. Have you guys ever seen that? Oh no. Right? Yes. Okay. That just gets like compounded a million times over in Perfect Mind with the reports. Is that a question?
Yeah, I raised my hand because I had a question.
Okay.
We just switched over to a different company, and when I look at the reports, there's nothing there. So do all of the...
And so you're on Perfect Mind now? You're on Perfect Mind now?
Right, we just got it.
There are no template reports, to my knowledge. You have to create them all yourself. And that's actually what's quite nice. And I believe they're going to do some training after this on creating reports. So basically anything that you want to see, and I'm going to help you, I'm going to tell you right now what I think you guys should want to look at. And it's going to open your eyes like massive. Oh my God. Okay? Then you can easily go, and it takes literally 5 seconds to create a report. Okay? So what's reporting going to do for me? Number one, it's going to help you with your staff management immediately. If you or your staff, it's going to help you with you. And if you are not your staff, it's going to help you with your staff. You're going to tell where your staff is successful. You're going to tell them, you're going to be able to tell where they're not successful. Where are they hurting you? Or are they even doing their job? I was talking to somebody on the way over here, and they're telling me, yeah, I have a great staff member. They work really hard, but they don't really get anything done. Do you guys have any of those? I have one too, yes. He's always doing something, but I don't know what the hell he's doing. And I'm paying him every single month, and he's there first, and he leaves last. I just want to like hug him at the end of the day, but I'm like, what the hell did you do all day? And I can't sit there and hold his hand and be beside him. We got stuff to do, right? We got to teach classes and pay bills and do all that stuff. So how the hell do you know what he's doing? And you might think he's doing a good job. Oh, no, Johnny's good, man. Johnny works hard. Johnny's solid. He's solid. What the hell is Johnny doing? What's his performance? Okay? Numbers don't lie. I don't care what you think. You can think your best person is the best until you read the numbers. If they're bad, it's the truth. They do not lie. And it's a sad reality because martial artists, we're all family. A lot of our employees are family, and we're all friends, and we love each other, and we help each other out. Sometimes they suck. Straight up. Sometimes you guys suck. I suck. You know, we suck. Maybe that's why we don't want to look at a report, because we're scared. Right? Tell me, put up your hand if you've ever been scared to look at a report. I'm putting both hands up. Master Fareed is someone who I have to report to and go over all my numbers, because we own the school together up in North Van. And I know when I have a bad month, I'm terrified to do my month-end report, because I'm going to get my ass kicked. Right? I already know. So it's okay. But at least now I know, and the next month I have something to work on. Okay? So what do I want to see from our reports? How many leads did we generate? Very important. Okay? How many opportunities did we generate? How many students were generated? Those are the 3 headings on your opportunity page. Okay, so on your campaign page. So you'll have your campaign with all your information. I did a buddy week, cost me no money. It started on November 1st, ended on November 7th. And right beside there's going to be a tab that says leads. How many? And it will tell you right there, how many leads did I get? I got 13 leads. How many of those leads turned into an opportunity for a sale? 5. How many of those turned into an extension for a new student? 1. Bing, bang, boom. It's telling you exactly what happened. So let's say you did a buddy week, and you got 1 student. Would you guys do it again? And it cost you no money. Would you do it again? Yes. Definitely. Right? Would I do it every week? Hell no. No way. You can't do that every week because it pisses people off. Right? Okay? Cost. Start and end times. Okay? What's your budget? Or do you guys just look at the bank account and say, okay, I have money now so I can afford to pay this? Or do you have a budget for marketing? Right? That's something we're going to go over in a minute. Who's your target? What's a target? Who's your target market? What's a target market? Who are you going after? Right? So a campaign has a specific target. Right? A kid's fun night is targeting who? Yes. Okay? An adult self-defense seminar is targeting who? Adults. A women's self-defense seminar is targeting who? Women. Adult female. Right? If you go and drop off flyers at a daycare, it's targeting who? Little guys, little champions, tiny champions, right? And that's a target. So now you can follow that. Maybe you're wondering, like, man, we got to focus more on kids because they don't bitch as much as the parents, right? And the parents tell them to come, but why aren't we getting more kids? You go back and you look at all your campaigns. Hell, I'm targeting adults with every single campaign I'm running. Light goes off. But if you're not even doing a campaign and looking at a campaign, how the hell are you ever going to know that? You won't know. Okay? And campaign type, we went over the different types of campaigns. Okay? So reports you need to create and view every single month. Okay? Write these down. I think they should be on your notes. Highlight them, rewrite them. Okay? Current campaigns. What campaigns am I running right now? What are they? I'm doing a buddy week this week. This month is our double reward points month, or double buddy bucks. Okay? I'm doing an advertisement in the Clipper, or I'm running an ad in the newspaper. We did a press release. What are you doing right now? Okay, those are your current campaigns. Expiring campaigns. Shoot, I have 2 campaigns expiring this week. I need to get somebody ready to keep up with my quota of, let's say, 5 per week for somebody for next week. And there's a lot of campaigns that have no cost. Okay? Leads versus source. What's leads versus source? This is a report. Okay? How many leads did I get from what campaign? That's what that is. Leads versus source. Okay? I want to know. I can pull up a report. It's going to tell me all the campaigns that I ran. And right beside it, how many leads were generated with a total at the bottom. Actually, it ends up being a total at the top. Okay? Very, very important. That's going to tell you right there. You know, maybe you spent a lot of money on a direct mail, or maybe you spent a lot of money on this. You know, you saw the neighbor down the street put up a billboard. Okay? Oh man, that thing looks great. I'm so jealous. We're losing because he has a billboard, or they have a billboard. You don't even know how many of that things that generate. I know because we built a billboard. Cost us a whole whack load of money. And I got like 2 leads from it for like X amount of months. And I was devastated. But now it's starting to pay off, right? So I'm keeping it. But I learned right then and there, I'm like, I'm not going to go build another billboard. But after a year, I'm going to look at it again and see overall numbers. Aha, maybe it works. Okay? Students generated is obvious. You want to see how many students we got last month and where the hell they came from. Income statement. When I look at my income statement, I want to know how much money I'm spending on marketing. That's where you're going to find your marketing budget right now. If you don't know what your marketing budget is, look at your income statement. You'll find out today how much money you spend on marketing. You guys should be looking at financial statements. If you generate them yourself, I think Perfect Books can do that for you. Okay? Or if you have an outside auditor that's someone that does it for you, then make sure that you're looking at it. Go down and see what you spend on marketing, advertising. Advertising goes into marketing, how much money you're spending. Maybe you're spending too much. Okay? More in-depth target audience. This gets very, very intense when you get good at it. You can go down to your target audience. What type of campaigns am I running? And opportunities created. Okay? Opportunities created. This report here is telling me how well my program director is working. Is my opportunities created report. So what does that mean? Because the leads came, you got leads, that means the campaign worked. Opportunities need to come from your leads. Who does that? The person that picks up the phone and calls all the leads. Okay? That's who creates the opportunities. Again, which is just an intro 1, intro 2, a 6-week, whatever you guys are offering. Okay? Budget. Okay, here we go. I have another page there. So how much should I spend on marketing every month? As a percentage of gross. Shout out what you guys think, or what you guys are spending. 20%? 10%? 3%? 2%? Okay. As a general, I think it should be between 5 and 14%. Okay, it all depends on the size of your school. I think if you're spending 50% of your budget on marketing, I think that's insane. That's crazy. You know, if you only pull in $20,000 a month and you spent, let's say, $5,000 on marketing last month, I think you should reevaluate the marketing strategy. Because with martial arts, especially now with all the social media, there's a lot that you can do that's very low cost. Okay? If you're not spending 5% and you're spending only 1 or 2%, you guys can spend some more money on marketing. Definitely. You'll get more students. Make sure you're spending in the right place. But even if you spend it once and it doesn't work, it's okay. Then just don't do that again. Do somewhere else. Luckily, you guys are working with CWAY. They can probably help you and advise you to not spend money in the wrong place so you can learn that already. But still, if you're spending no money right now on marketing, it's okay to spend a little bit. Okay? Here's another question I have for you. If spending another $1,000 will make me another $1,000, should I spend it? Who says no? Who says yes? Who doesn't know? Okay. Hell yes. Definitely. Are you out of pocket any money? No. But what did you gain? No. Experience. Knowledge. Now you know. Okay, that campaign doesn't work that well. Fine. I got all my money back. Hey, I learned a lesson for free. That's the way I look at it. I'll spend $1,000, get $1,000 back any single day. And I'm operating in business, I'm doing something. That's a law of economics, right? Businesses will continue to produce, even if production equals outcome, and nothing's out of balance, just because people want to be doing something, right? So it's an actual law. So same thing here, if you're gonna have $10 to spend, you get $10 back, spend it. Okay, it's gonna help you learn, and then hopefully next time you're gonna get, $1,100, $1,200, and so on and so forth. Okay? Questions that you guys should be able to answer after today, okay? How many campaigns am I running currently? Everyone should be able to answer that. If you don't know that, big problem. Okay? You have to be able to know that. Okay? What is my most effective marketing campaign? You'll think, oh, I get most of my students from referrals. So what is that? Is that a referral by word of mouth? Is that a referral from my buddy weeks? What is that? You guys should know which one it is specifically. Okay? How many leads did it generate? Opportunities created. Okay? How much is each campaign costing me? Very important. So at the end of the month, when you look at your report or my marketing report, you can see what campaigns cost what and how much money you spent. Better yet, how many campaigns did I run this month? And what's the total outcome? What's the total budget? Okay? What is my marketing budget as a percentage of gross? You should be able to answer that question. Okay, so right now, if you didn't know, and you're like, I don't know how much money I spent, that's something that you should know every month. At the end of every month, go to your bank account, copy the whole thing, throw it into Excel. If you're not working with somebody, total it up, label everything down the side. Okay, what's this money that I spent? What was that on? Okay, that's this, okay, boom, boom. And whatever one falls under marketing, total that up. You guys can do that all yourselves. You don't need to be a whiz at that. And that's how much money you spent on marketing last month. That's it. And if you paid somebody to do something, that counts as marketing too. Okay? Important terminology. Budget, so we all know what a budget is now. Campaigns, I hope you guys all know what a campaign is now also. Okay? Leads is very common. That's the entire goal of pushing a campaign is to get leads. Opportunity is to turn that lead into an opportunity, either an intro 1, intro 2, 6-week trial, birthday party, whatever it is. And finally is a report. Okay? Reading your reports, looking at your reports, analyzing reports. For those of you who have trouble putting in the reports, which is very common, with CWAY, the training is great, and it can definitely help you out with that. Okay? And I think that's it. Now it's just time for some questions if you guys have any. Oh, I've got one more slide actually. Do today. Define current campaigns. Enter all campaigns in the PM. That's right. So you got to make sure you know what campaigns that you're actually running. Put them into your perfect mind. Establish a marketing budget. Okay. Find out your top 5 campaigns. You said that, and create views and reports in perfect mind so that you can actually tell them. Okay. At the end of the day, you want to be able to read everything that you're doing. Now I'm pretty sure that's it. Any questions?
Yes, sir. In marketing, they always talk about consistency. So is there a certain timeline to, let's say if we do an ad, do we run it for 6 months, 12 months, 3 months, until we kind of run a report, kind of make our conclusions if it's profitable or not profitable?
Okay, well, Sensei Nick said earlier that he was on the front page of the Clipper. It's costing $3,000 a month, even though it wasn't producing anything. He did that over and over and over because he wanted to be consistent, right? I'd have to look at how much I'm spending on that one campaign, and then I think after 3 months I'm coming off if it's costing me too much money. But if it's costing me $200 just to be there, then I might keep it just to have my presence there for people to see me all the time, okay? And if it's working month after month, I wouldn't change a thing. If every month I'm getting a solid, 20 leads and let's say 3 students every month from it, I'm going to do that every month, right? Because a student is, it's $1,000, $2,000 right there per student, right? So as long as I'm spending less than that, I'm going to do that every day, okay?
We're in similar markets up in Seattle, so give me an idea of what's working for you.
In terms of marketing?
In terms of marketing, yeah.
Oh, that's everything against what we're talking about today, but I'll tell you anyways. Our school is large enough, has a large enough adult population that a lot of our marketing does come from word of mouth and referral strategies. Holidays. I'm going to give you guys a freebie right now. An awesome tool right now for marketing. This is more of the how, and I said I wouldn't do the how, but here it is. It's a testimonial contest. What does that mean? You have a contest, and you give away 6 months or a year of free tuition to your students. And every student has to submit a testimonial, whether it's written testimonial or video testimonial. And you get more points if it's a video testimonial. You're going to turn every one of your students is trying to, who doesn't want a free, especially with the economy the way it is, who doesn't want a free year of tuition? They're going to give you, you're going to get however many students, 100 students, you're going to get 100 of the best testimonials ever. Those immediately, they can go into your social media, they go online. That's it. All of a sudden, what does that become? That becomes a referral campaign, right? What was that campaign? That was my my testimonial contest. That's the campaign, right? How much did that cost me? Really nothing. But if you want to put a dollar value on it, it's the dollar value of the program that you gave away. Chances are you're giving away your cheapest program for 6 months or a year, but you're just giving that service, okay? So. Again, for us, I said it before, now our billboard does work well for us in that area, and the majority of our other leads all come from the web, all from our social media, and our website. Our SEO is phenomenal. If you Google martial arts in North Vancouver, we come up #1. Kickboxing in North Vancouver, we come up #1. So web leads are huge for us, big traffic.
The testimonial contest that you have, did you give them some parameters, like an X number of words, so that it maybe would fit?
I didn't give parameters, but you can totally give parameters, right? So you want to keep it short. Again, especially now, I think there's a text limit for putting it into the shadows or whatever online. Yes, under 1,000 words. You can say, or under, 500 words, under 1,000 characters, whatever you want for your testimonial, for sure.
For contests, what do you do? The best one you give the 6 months free to?
Definitely, you highlight them. Obviously, online is the best place to highlight them. You can put it in school if it's written. I would post the top 5, put it up in the school every time somebody came in. Top 5 testimonials, right? The winner, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and you guys can give out anything as give out things that don't cost you money. Maybe you give out one is a 1 year, one is a 6 month, one is a 2 month, one is a month, or one is a pass with their friend, whatever, or your spouse, and I'd put them all there. That's how I do it. Did I answer your question?
Sir, can you talk just a little bit more about how did you determine the winner? I'm sorry, I'm not quite clear.
Okay, no problem. A winner of a campaign, you mean?
Of the testimonial campaign. How are you?
What's the best
context?
testimonial, right? So you sit down with your staff, and you look and you say, okay, for us, the first testimonial campaign we did was all written. It was all a written word. None of it was video. And we sat down with all the instructors and we passed around all the testimonials. And everyone picked out and highlighted the ones that they thought were best.
Okay.
And it came down to actually three. Three of us all picked the best. It came down to three. We all picked those three. And then we went specific and we kind of looked at the situation. One was a single mother with her child who was like a nightmare versus like a family who seemed to have it all together, good job, blah, blah, blah. So we kind of swung it in their favor because it was like, wow, going through all this and that can still work? Perfect. That's why we gave that away. Question over here?
I have two questions that are kind of similar. First, how fast would you say a lead goes from being a hot lead to warm to cold? And what would you say is overkill when you're following up? Like how many times should you call? And if you call, should you email as well? And if you're going to email, should you call again?
Okay, great. Awesome question. Tomorrow morning, 9:30, I'm doing a sales presentation. Do not miss that. That's going to be awesome. Go over a lot of stuff with like just getting new students, and I touch on a lot of those things. I also did a webinar for Sensei Nick in the library. I do believe it is online, and it was all about ratings, warm, hot, cold for leads, and then the follow-up. There's a follow-up period. I do a 10-day follow-up cycle. What does that mean? For the first day I get a lead, 10-day follow-up cycle. How many follow-ups do they get? They get 5. That's either email or a phone call. Okay, and this happens over 10 days. Follow-up number 1, there's a next follow-up tab on your lead, on the lead tab. Sorry, the next follow-up field on your lead tab. And then how you know who you need to call that day is you sort by next follow-up. Okay, it's quite simple to do. So day 1 I call, leave a message. Hi, this is Sean calling from Champions. How are you? Da, 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 blah, 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 blah. Leave a message. Day 2 I call back again. Okay, and I leave another message. Day 3 I don't call. Day 4 I call, and I don't leave a message. Okay? Day 5 I don't call. Day 6 I don't call. Day 7 I call with a block number. Straight up. Okay? Day 8 I don't call. Day 9 I don't call. And day 10 I call one more time with a block number. That's how we do the follow-up. And in terms of warm, hot, and cold, sorry, I'm going to answer that real quick. Anyone who has any lead that has converted to an opportunity is a hot lead for me. If they haven't booked and they're just a lead, they're warm. That's how we've categorized it. Okay? And anyone that's gone past the third follow-up, the 10 days, goes to cold. Yeah.
It's funny you said that. Question: using the ratings and using the log trackers, can you go ahead? It's gonna sound terrible. It even killed me. I deleted the opportunities just because I felt like it was confusing the salespeople. Exactly. I was asking.
It is confusing.
There's no way to. I mean, is it really the best way? I mean, if it isn't,
So yeah, I think Neema's gonna kill me too because I think he's trying to maybe get. It's kind of, if you're starting here, opportunities is over here with Perfect Mind. You have to make sure that you're set up with like your leads are always getting inputted, your intros are always getting created, everything there, and then you kind of move on to the opportunities. Okay, so if you're trying to jump in and skip everything, go straight to opportunities, you're going to piss everybody off and you're not going to know what's going on. That's kind of where I'm at with the opportunities. But it's really simple, and I hope they show her in training. I don't know how much time I have left. Okay, but right on the lead page, it says create opportunity. You click the button, it pops you into the new window, and you have to fill out like 2 more fields. Type of opportunity, intro, extension, whatever, and that's it. Automatically, that gets saved to that contact. So right underneath lead, right beside his opportunity, there's a 1. That's it. So if that's if that first intro, let's say it's an introductory, okay? They come in for the intro, now they come for an intro 2. You don't create another opportunity. That's very important to understand. All you do is change the what's the word I'm looking for? Stage. All you do is change the stage. They go from intro 1 to intro 2. Then if they signed up after the intro 2, they go to opportunity 1. If they don't sign up, they go to opportunity lost. And these are actually the little icons that you see. Won, lost. So at the end of the month, when you pull up your opportunity list, see how many thumbs up, how many thumbs down. Oh, I hope that answers the question. Yeah?
Do you ever feel like you're calling, with a 10-day follow-up, do you ever feel like you're calling them too much and getting to be
Definitely.
Borderline annoying?
Definitely. So I blocked the number. Hey, it is what it is, right? We're like, leads are our life. You know, we got to get them into school. You have to be very, you have to be very objective when you're figuring out if you're being annoying or not. You know what I mean? But after twice of calling and saying it's me, I never say it's me again. I block my number. If I get a hold of them, great. But if not, after that, that's it. And after 10 days, they go cold. After 1 month, they become dormant. And you can actually change the status of the lead to dormant.
One more question.
Yeah, far back. Back.
Do you have a campaign field on your stats?
On my stats.
Do you do stats?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you know where the lead came from. You know if it was an info call. Is there another field for that?
An info call is not a campaign though, right? That's just because where'd they get that lead from? So like if they call out the phone book, then that's a cold calling campaign, right? Sorry, but you're asking, I didn't understand the rest of the questions. Can you say it again?
I was just asking if you have a place on your stats where you can actually view where it came from.
Definitely, and that's the source. So back to the reporting. Reports that I want to have, where are they? Okay, reports I need to have, back to reporting. On leads versus source, that's the stat right there. Okay, source is how many leads I have and where they come from. That's the report that I'm looking at, and that's going to tell me that. Do you have time for one more, or is any more? That's it. Or let's just do one last one.
Yes, sir. Thank you. In terms of email campaign, I don't know about everyone else or yourself, but I'm finding more and more, whether it's our internal students or reaching out to other people, we don't get the response from email, whether or not it's going to people's junk or spam, or they're just not opening or just not responding. How do you approach your campaigns from an email perspective?
Okay, I'll try to answer that as fast as possible, because I know they're killing me. It all depends. What are you sending in the email? What is the campaign? First of all, is the campaign junk? Like, are you sending text and nobody wants to read it? Are you sending an image only? And if it goes, you guys, if you send an image only and you open it, it will have like a little link. It doesn't really open right away. So you have to put text and an image. So I don't know if you've ever noticed that. Send yourself an email campaign that's just an image. It doesn't open right away, right? It gives you like a little box. So that's a possibility. And email campaigns, yeah, they're lower because you're sending it to your own leads that are already probably cold. So, but what you're doing, an email campaign can also be to canceled students, right? New class times, new instructors have come back, right? That's a campaign that you're targeting canceled students. And then campaigns to leads, don't forget these leads you've already called. Every lead that you have in your thing you've called, right? No one here should have a lead that hasn't been called yet. Like, if not, call them right now. Pick up the phone and call them immediately, right? So you're calling leads that you've either talked to or for some reason they haven't come in. So they're kind of cold leads. That's what email campaigns, if you're going through leads, you're hitting warm to cold leads, okay?
So that's all we got for questions. Ladies and gentlemen, Sean the Shark Jimenez.